Louisiana beer reviews. Samuel Adams Merry Mischief, batch number 1. This beer was introduced in 2012 for the fall winter season. It is 9% alcohol. It has a 25 international bitterness unit rating. They use two-row pale malt, wheat, special B, Paul's roasted barley malt, and flaked oats. So 3 different grains: barley, wheat, and oats. For hops, they use East Kent Goldings and Fuggles, which is a typical Samuel Adams Boston Brewing Company ingredient. Cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, and ginger are the spices that are added. Gets a good rating on Beer Advocate with only 51 reviews, a 95 out of 100 on Rate Beer, a 98 out of 100 for the style, and they have 90 ratings so far. This is a 22-ounce bottle. I've noticed some people talking about how they can't get it in their store, and if they do get it in the store, they limit them to only be able to buy 2 bottles of it. Well, I can tell you now, we've had it in Mathern's in our town here in Louisiana, Laplace, Louisiana, for about 2 weeks, and there's no limit on it. You can come in there and buy the whole supply if you want. I'm sure they wouldn't mind. In fact, I think they'd be delighted. It's $6.99 a bottle, so it's an elevated price, but let's see if it's worth the price. Get some quite a bit of smoke there. It's a stout, spiced stout. There aren't many video reviews for it, but the ones I saw were mostly positive. In fact, one guy said this is not a beer review, and then he proceeded to review it, but he liked it. Okay, a soapy kind of head, but a tan head. The appearance is so dark brown. The sun is right up there. Let's see if we can see anything. I mean, the sun is not even shining through it, and I got the sun right on it, so it doesn't even. I don't even see the red highlights that you often get with these stouts. So it is very dark brown. You could almost say black. Excuse me. Let's go with the aroma. That is a very rich aroma. It does have the gingerbread aroma. If you gave somebody a blind smell test and said, "What do you think this is?" they'd probably say gingerbread cookies. So just a strong, spicy, bready aroma. Very rich. Let's go with the taste. Okay, this is interesting. You get the gingerbread, you get the spices, the nutmeg, the cinnamon powder. You get the alcohol right there. You get bitterness. It certainly lives up to the 25. It's not super bitter, but 25 IBU. You've got a lot of sweetness, some molasses, I guess you'd say, coffee and chocolate more than likely, some milkiness, or creaminess. The mouthfeel is very creamy, soft, velvety. The finish is quite dry, not super dry like, say, Bud Light, but it's very dry, and it's pleasant. It's a pleasant finish, and the drinkability is pretty good. I mean, I'm going to sip on it because I don't want to drink all of it and then feel like I've taken a heavy dose of medicine, but it's got some underlying flavors that I can't even describe. I want to say licorice, like anise or licorice. I'm not sure about that though. It's something that really you need to go out and buy it and try it. Okay, I would say buy it and try it. How would I rate it? I don't really like flavored beers, and it's not that they don't taste good. This tastes very good. It's that I just can't get past that hang up, that like psychological thing about putting the flavor in the beer. I mean, there's so many beers that are made just with the regular ingredients that I love so much. So it's like, why do you gotta flavor it? Why can't you just make a good beer? But anyway, that's just my opinion. For what it is, I'm gonna give it an A. It's an it's a most excellent beer. If you like really rich, spicy dessert type drinks, liqueurs, this is gonna be right up your alley. Okay. If you're not used to strong beers, and if you're not used to if you don't care for the beer flavor, a lot of people say they don't care for beer, and they're usually talking about light lagers like Bud Light or Coors Light or Miller Light, stuff like that. This is not going to taste anything like that, okay? You're not going to think you're drinking beer. So, although if you drank the whole bottle, you're going to know you drank something strong. But anyway, I'm going to give it an A. I agree with Beer Advocate. They've got Rate Beer, they've given it a high rating on average, and I agree. So, les bon temps roulé. This is a most excellent beer, and I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to New Orleans.